One of the most celebrated freedom fighters of India, Subhash Chandra Bose, was a charismatic influencer for the world. Subhash is known as one of the most esteemed freedom fighters of India, who was the mastermind behind raising the Azad Hind Fauj. He was a true legend in every sense and one of the most dedicated fighters who ever fought for incredible India. Subhash Chandra Bose made a lot of contributions to India's freedom. His famous slogan, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga," brought patriotism in Indians during the fight for independence. Even today, these words inspire and fill us with the same energy and enthusiasm. Welcome to InFact. We have compiled a list of 10 interesting and unknown facts about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. Number 1. Education. Bose was born in Cuttack, Bengal province and had 14 siblings. He was academically brilliant, securing second position in his matriculation exam in school. For higher education, he did his BA in philosophy at the Scottish Church College under the University of Calcutta. He was ranked 4th in the prestigious Indian Civil Services exam in 1920 in England. Later, he resigned from his civil service job on April 23, 1921 after hearing about India's struggle for freedom. Subhash Chandra Bose's first act of defiance against the British was in Presidency College when he assaulted Professor Wharton, who allegedly made anti-India comments and manhandled Indian students. He was expelled from the college, although he officially appealed that he didn't actually participate in the assault. Number 2. Fallout with Gandhiji. In 1923, Bose became the president of All India Youth Congress and then eventually became the Congress president in 1938. He had a falling out with Congress in 1939 and was expelled from his leadership position as Gandhiji, and he had differences in their approaches to fighting the British and openly attacking the Congress' foreign and internal policies. While he advocated for armed revolution against the British, Gandhi was adamant on only using non-violent techniques to gain freedom from the colonizers. Number 3. Imprisonment. During the period of 1921 to 1941, he was imprisoned 11 times in various jails due to his stand for complete independence. His radical activities against the British rule often led him to imprisonment but never deterred him. Number 4. Belief. Bose believed that Gandhi's tactics of non-violence would never be sufficient to secure independence and advocated violent resistance. Although Subhash Chandra Bose was opposed to Gandhiji's philosophies, he still used to call him patriot of patriots. This honor was commendable as Bose was fully devoted to India's independence. There was no sacrifice that he did not make for his nation. Number 5. Fight for freedom. At the outset of the Second World War, Bose had travelled to a number of countries, including Soviet Union, Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, so as to seek alliance with each and to attack the British government in India. Later, he reorganized with Imperial Japanese assistance and led the Azad Hind Fauj or Indian National Army, formed with Indian prisoners of war and plantation workers from British Malaya, Singapore and other parts of Southeast Asia against the British forces. With Japanese monetary, political, diplomatic and military assistance, he formed the Azad Hind government in exile and regrouped and led the Indian National Army. Along with the Japanese army, they brought independence to Andaman and Nicobar Islands and came all the way to Manipur in India. Number 6. Family. It is said that while Netaji spent his time in Germany gathering support for India's freedom, he had married Emily Schenke, who was an Austrian woman. Anita Bose, the well-known German economist, was their daughter. Number 7. Journalism. Netaji established the Azad Hind radio station in Germany and led the Indian nationalist movement in East Asia. Before his presidency at INC, Bose had also ventured into journalism and started the newspaper Swaraj and later became the editor of the newspaper Forward by Chittaranjan Das, a fellow nationalist from Bengal. In 1935, Netaji's book named The Indian Struggle was published. Jai Hind, one of the most popular slogans of India, was coined by Bose and was also the one to select Rabindranath Tagore's Jana Gana Mana as his preferred national anthem. Number 8. Inspiration. At the age of 16, Bose became fascinated by the teachings of Swami Vivekananda and Ramakrishna after reading their works. Vivekananda's emphasis on social services and reform had inspired Bose and influenced his socialist political ideology. Subhash Chandra Bose believed that the Bhagavad Gita was a great source of inspiration for him. Swami Vivekananda's teachings on universal brotherhood, his nationalist thoughts, and his emphasis on social service and reform have instilled a vision in him. Number 9. Liberal mindset. Bose was a progressive thinker and wanted women to enlist in the Indian National Army to fight for their country. In 1943, while addressing a crowd of Indians in Singapore, he asked for a unit of brave Indian women to form a death-defying regiment who will wield the sword, which the brave Rani of Jhansi wielded in India's first war of independence in 1857. Since the request was unusual for its time, it received a lot of criticism. Number 10. Mysterious death. Unfortunately, Subhash Chandra Bose died an untimely death on 18th August 1945 due to severe burns and injuries from a plane crash. His death is shrouded in mystery as many of his supporters have refused to believe that he died in the plane crash. Doctors who treated him claimed that Bose was conscious and surprisingly coherent when he reached the hospital despite suffering severe injuries but died after going into a coma. Netaji's brother Sharat Chandra Bose and his nephew Pradeep Bose never believed about his death in the plane crash, and many of his followers also refused to believe about the crash. There were also claims that Netaji took sannyas and he resided in UP by the name of Gumnami Baba. Many believe that he died in Faizabad in 1985. Gumnami Baba looked a lot like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. It is reported that on 4 occasions he accepted that he is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, but it is for the best interest of the nation that he stays anonymous. People even found a pair of binoculars, Corona typewriter, Netaji's watch, 5 teeth, and a silver round-rimmed spectacles from the room of Gumnami Baba. When the news of Netaji's death broke, Mahatma Gandhi said that his feelings are saying that Bose is still alive. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.